Hello friends, I'm in the middle of a few different vlogs right now and none of them are ready and I needed something for today's video and I've had this list of tags so I'm just going to start from the oldest to the newest on that list as I work through them. So today is going to be the Reading Habits book tag. This is one that I have not been tagged in, but it is the oldest one on my list, and so that's what we're doing today. As far as I can tell, no one can seem to find the original creator or the tag of this video, so I don't have that to share with you today. Alright, question 1. What is your channel about? Oh wait, that's not correct. That is not correct. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? And yes, I do. More often than not, I'm always at my desk reading. I really prefer reading at a table or a service of some kind. It just makes it a lot easier for me. I will on occasion read in the kitchen on the peninsula and outside when I can get outside, but most of the time it's mostly just in my room at my desk. It's right in front of the window, so it gives great light and it's comfortable. Alright, question 2. Bookmark or random piece of paper? I bookmark all the way. Absolutely. And I don't know how, but I've actually collected some bookmarks recently. Like, I'm always just a one bookmark kind of person. Just use it till I lose it or it gets ruined or something like that. But somehow I have now collected 3 bookmarks, which is very unusual for me. So the one I've been using the longest, I've actually been using it for a couple of years now, actually, and it's still in great shape, and I haven't lost it, which is very surprising. But it came from a Kickstarter that I funded, gave to. I don't know what to say about that, but it's from an artist that I follow here on YouTube and on Patreon as well, Randi-Lynn Reed, and it was this sweet little bookmark, woodland animals and mushrooms and plants and snails and stuff like that on it. Super cute. So it came in a Kickstarter for her children's book that she published a while back, and this was one of the perks. Right, and the next one I have came in an Etsy order for the Compendium of Witches book by Natasa Ilincic. I don't know how to say the last name, but this little bookmark was a freebie, and it came in that book. It's a bookmark of, I think this is Hecate. Yeah, Hecate. So it's really pretty. Kind of spooky, but it is really pretty. This was a freebie from that order. And then lastly, we have one that I actually purposely purchased. This is my newest edition. This sweet little mushroom flat lay kind of bookmark. It's double-sided, and it's from Katie at Fun Gal Studios, another artist I follow here on YouTube. I will link all of these down below in case you are interested in any of these people or their artwork. Alright, question 3. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? I prefer to stop at the end of a chapter, but if I can't stop at the end of the chapter, I at least am going to finish out a paragraph or find a natural break within the chapter. I don't understand how people can just stop in the middle of a paragraph or in the middle of a sentence. What kind of madman does that? No, that is not okay. That is not okay. Alright, question 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? This is actually kind of a complicated question for me because it depends on a lot of factors. First, it depends on what kind of book I'm reading, like if I'm audiobook, ebook, or physical book. Now, if I am reading an ebook on my Kindle, I have no problem both eating and drinking while reading because it's pretty much just hands-free, prop it up. Only have to touch it occasionally when you want to turn the page and it just stays open and you don't lose your place, and it's fine, so you can snack. And for me, I have to use 2 hands to drink, and so it's fine if I'm doing an ebook because I'm not going to lose my place. If I'm reading a physical book, it depends on how well the pages stay open. So I don't mind, again, snacking while while reading a physical book, because you typically only need one hand for snack food, which is fine, and the other hand can hold the book open. But I don't typically drink while I'm reading a physical book because, again, I have to use 2 hands to lift the cup, and if it's not a good floppy paperback that just stays open, you lose your spot, or you actually have to put in the bookmark, hold your spot, pick up your cup, drink, plug it down, open the book. It's a whole thing. So it depends on the book in that particular scenario, but sometimes yes, but most of the time no. And then in audiobooks, I will drink while I'm listening to an audiobook. That's totally fine, because again, hands-free. But I don't like to eat while I'm listening to an audiobook because the crunch messes with what you're hearing, and then you miss stuff. So that was very complicated for a very simple question. Alright, question 5, I think, is what we're on. Multitasking. Music or TV while reading? TV, no. That is way too distracting. I'll end up just watching TV and not reading. Same thing goes with other people in the room. I don't like reading with other people in the room unless those people are also reading or doing something quiet, but not if they're just carrying on, having a conversation. Music, I can and I do, as long as there are no lyrics, so it has to be instrumental music only. But I do really enjoy having like an ambiance room playing while I read. That's always nice. I do like that. I do that quite a bit, actually. Alright, number 6. One book at a time or several at once? I am strictly a one book at a time gal. I have tried many times to read more than one book at the same time, but I can't do it. I always just gravitate towards one of the books anyway and just finish it out and then move on to the next. So I have tried, but it's not for me. Alright, number 7, reading at home or everywhere. I typically read at home. Now I will read, at the beach, or if we're sitting at the pool on vacation or something like that. But I'm not just gonna pull out my phone and start reading while I'm waiting in line at the grocery store. No, I need a longer period of time to read. I can't read within like short 5-10 minute spans. It just takes me too long to get back into the story and to get my groove going and to read. So those little mini reading sessions throughout the day do not work for me. I need at least a minimum of a 30-minute reading session for me to actually put in the effort to start reading. I prefer longer, but 30 minutes is like the shortest time I need. So generally, I only read at home. Question 8, reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head. Do people really just sit around and read out loud to themselves? Is that a thing? Alright. Question number 9. Do you read ahead or ever skip pages? I've never read ahead. Why? Just read the end and then not even read the whole book. And I have definitely skimmed through pages, but I've never actually skipped any pages. So generally when I'm skimming, it's because it's like a battle scene or a training scene where I really have no interest in knowing every single sword strike and flip that you've done. Nobody needs to know that. Just tell me the battle started and then give me the outcome. I don't need to know anything that goes on in the middle. No. Alright, question 10. Breaking the spine or keep it new? I love the way they look on the shelves when they're not broken, but for readability purposes, I definitely will break a spine. If it won't open, I have no problem breaking the spine just to make it more readable. Alright, question 10, I think? Nope, that was question 10. Number 11. Do you write in your book? Yes, I do. Not very often, and typically I only write in pencil very lightly, so that if I ever wanted to sell it or give it away, somebody could easily remove that without damaging anything. And I typically only underline things, quotes, and stuff that I like. I don't actually write a whole lot in my books, but I have no problem marking it up because I do actually really enjoy doing that. I wish I did it more, but I need some practice in that. Alright, and then the last question is, who do you tag? And I basically tag anybody here who has a BookTube channel. Alright, friends, those were some questions to help you get to know me a little bit better as a reader. I hope that it was somewhat fun and entertaining. And I do, like I said, have some vlogs in the work, and they are coming, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I have them scheduled on my calendar, so hopefully I get them done in time. But as always, I forgot to do the emoji. Okay, we'll just make this simple. So reading tag. So leave me the book emoji or a book stack emoji, something along those lines, if you've made it this far. So, as always, I thank you so much for being here, and I hope that means I see you soon.